Hey guys, Ellie here. Today I have a new video for y'all, and I kind of want to start off with something a little bit exciting, something that I hope is positive to kick this video off. I'm sorry for the urinating female in the background, that's kind of gross. Miss Pickles. It's about old Champ right here. Now Champ doesn't get a whole lot of screen time. Some of you that don't watch every video may not even know who he is, to be honest with you, but basically Champ is the son of old mama goat over there. Hero is his biological brother. For those of you that didn't know, actually, Hero and him are twins. They came from the same litter, and old mama was their mother. We separated Hero because he couldn't walk when he was born, so he had to have extra care and supervision. We took him to the vet. They gave us some shots and injections of thiamine, and it helped kind of kickstart his legs, and he started walking okay again. That's also from a few months ago, for those of you newer viewers that may not remember all of that. Walter here looks similar. Walter Melon probably looks more like Champ than Hero does. As a matter of fact, they look almost the exact same, except Walter has a big old brown spot on his back and Champ doesn't. Walter was actually born to old Carrie over there, who may or may not have just gotten her head stuck in the fence. Oh my gosh. Carrie. Okay, she got it out. Good job, Carrie. That was a close one, though. That was a tight fit. As you can see, Hero and old mama don't have that much of a relationship because Hero views me as mom, not her. It's just not a big deal. She has Champ and Champ has her. But one thing that happened is that we took these three boys right here because they became that age where it was time to get them fixed. We took them to the vet when we got it done. But while we were there, the vet expressed some concern with Champ. She said that Hero looks healthy. Hero's kind of a little bit on the little side, of course, but that's to be expected because he had a slow start to life. He'll eventually maybe catch up. But Walter looks good as well. Champ, however, is the one that she was concerned about. She said that he was looking a little bit, and by a little bit, maybe a lot of bit, obese or overweight, which is not good for his health for obvious reasons. Walter was born, I'm gonna say 12 or 13 weeks ago, and so he's pretty big. He's not overweight, but he is very big. He's a big goat. I mean, Boer goats are really big goats in general, so that's to be expected. I mean, he's like not even 4 months old yet. He's already bigger than Gus pretty much. You know what I mean? Bigger than Ringo, probably way bigger than all those other fainting goats. He's just a big goat. So Walter is kind of the prototype that you would expect at 13 weeks. Champ and Hero, they were born probably 10 or 11 weeks ago. So they're even younger than Walter, and you would expect them to be a little bit smaller. Hero's actually growing and catching up in weight. Hey, Bambi. Hero has been getting bigger. He was like super like tiny, if y'all remember, a few months ago, but he's catching up. He's eating healthy, getting older, kind of making up for lost time, if you will. But Champ, remember, he's younger than Walter. Champ weighed like 60 pounds at 9 weeks old when he was at the vet getting fixed a few weeks ago. And the vet told us that was just not unacceptable per se, but in reality, we want to do better. That he was overweight and it would end up seriously affecting his health if we didn't do something about it soon. And after she told us about that, I kind of sat there and kind of did some self-reflecting on what we're doing over here as far as the feed routine. That sounds so dramatic, not literally like what we're doing, like we're doing bad. Like, I don't want to sound conceited, but me and Meg know that we're working hard and we're doing a really good job with the animals. They're healthy, they're happy. I know my dad and Jamie come over and the animals don't seem starved for love and different things, and so it's evident that they're doing good, and so we're very blessed and thankful that we have the opportunity. It's nothing conceited or anything like that, or nothing like self-deprecating, but also at the same time we were like, okay, if Champ's overweight and some of the other animals are kind of getting a little bit in that direction too, what can we do to try to reverse that, or maybe make that not as significant? And so whenever I thought about our feed routine, I realized that, okay, I'm feeding them those grains every single day, and I'm giving them a lot of grains at that. I, in the past, have tried to cut down the amount of grain that they're eating, but maybe I need to cut it down a little bit more if Champ is still gaining weight at the rate that he is. And ever since then, I've tried to significantly cut down how much grain they get. They used to get about maybe 1 full bucket of grain per day, but I'm probably giving them now maybe 30 to 40% of a bucket, which is plenty of grain. Don't worry and don't think that they're getting, you can, I shouldn't even have to say that. You can tell plain as day that they're not underfed. They're not starving for food. And so it might have been a little bit of an adjustment, getting a little bit less grain, but it really wasn't even that much of an adjustment. All I did was just not let them basically be gluttons and overeat themselves. That's really all it did. So it was a really good thing. I give the littles about 30% of a single bucket of grain per day. If y'all want to see firsthand what that kind of looks like as far as piles and stuff, I can go prepare their feed routine right now to show you. But bottom line is, I think that there are some really successful results coming from feeding them a little bit less grain. I want you to look at Champ right here. Now, I don't know how many of you noticed a difference. I was out here last night and I saw Champ and I was like, oh my goodness, like he looks like he's losing weight. And I was like really happy because that's exactly what the vet recommended for us. She said it'd be better for his health to lose a little bit of weight. And I can kind of tell that he looks a little bit more lean, a little lanky. His neck doesn't have nearly as many rolls as it used to. And so it might be hard for some of you to notice because, like I said, Champ isn't very friendly. I'll walk up to him right now, and as you can see, he's gonna walk away from me. So he doesn't get a lot of screen time, and because you see him so little, it's probably hard to tell anything different because you don't know what to go off of in the first place, you know what I mean? But when I see him, I can just tell that he looks so much more lean, so much thinner than he did before. He looks really obese when he was at the vet 3 weeks ago. And so I'm really happy that he appears to be losing weight and he appears to be doing better health-wise. He's still big, don't get me wrong, he's still humongous. That is one thick goat. He dense. That is a dense goat. I guarantee you he'd be heavy. I know how heavy he was 3 weeks ago when I had to pick him up and take him into that vet office. So I can't even imagine how heavy he would be now. But it is evident that in his growing taller, he's also kind of thinning out. And that makes me really happy. But let me go do feed routine right now. I'm sure some of you might be concerned or maybe just curious about how much the grain reduction looks like, but you really needn't worry if that's what it is. A lot of places, they don't even feed the animals grain, like hardly ever. It's kind of one of those things that you do to supplement them. We've tried to supplement them a little bit more during the drought. As y'all know, there was like no grass over here even a month ago, so they needed something in their bellies. But now that the grass is growing back, the grass is more healthy and more natural for them anyways. So I don't know, I'm rambling, but y'all get what I mean though. You get what I mean. Let me go do feed routine. Show you firsthand how I do it. All right, guys, I just did the feed up. I did it really quietly so that the littles wouldn't notice yet. As you can see, they're running over here now, so they know what's just happened. They're gonna be over here any second. But before they do, let me really quickly just show you how many piles. That's a little tiny pile. I got 1, 2, 3. The geese are stealing them right now. They don't eat much though, it'll be okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9 good-sized piles for them. And I promise you guys, that right there, it may not look like a whole lot, but I promise you it's more than enough to satisfy their needs. They're happy. They don't seem hungry. They're well fed. Look at them go right now, guys. Like you can see it plain as day. There's a lot of grain in there. It's a good amount. It's going to be better for their health. Like the change in Champ, the change is already so evident, and that's how I know that we're doing the right thing. Look at that little kitty cat, guys. I think she wants to get in there and eat some grain. She's like, what kind of cats are those? Right, Daffodil? What kind of little cats are those? Aren't those so crazy? I know, huh? They're so scary. Those are some scary kitty cats. You can hang out with our kitty cats. You don't gotta hang out with them. They're scary, I know. They're so big and mean. Well, this is nice right here, guys. Check this out. Carrie's let me pet her and love on her. You know, I don't know if y'all remember, but when she first came here, it's probably been about 4 or 5 months since she's been here. She wouldn't let me even get close to her. She and old mama, those are the 2 goats that Pawpaw gave me and Meg when we first moved here. They were pregnant, and he knew they were going to have babies, and it was just kind of a nice little thing to kickstart us in our time here at the sanctuary. But when we got them, they were just completely unfriendly, didn't want any interaction. They liked Pawpaw, but I guess they were upset that they got moved somewhere else, and they just really gave us the cold shoulder, didn't want anything to do with us, or didn't want us to have anything to do with them. But look how far we've come. Carrie's sitting here eating her grass. She's letting me pet her little head. Her head feels really funny. I don't know why. It feels a little bit like a little more stretchy on the backside than some of the other animals that we have. I don't know, the other goats. But she's sweet though. She let me pet her. Having a good old time. Aren't you so sweet, Carrie? Such a sweetie. Our little fainters are doing good, as always. I haven't seen them fainting at all, which is kind of I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I guess it's good that they're not scared of anything. But it's also a little bit, I'm going to say, anticlimactic, because we were, she almost peed on my foot. Lulu, that's disgusting. And he's going to sniff it and rub it on his face. Like, male goats are weird. They do all kinds of weird stuff, guys. I don't know why. I do know why, actually. It's just part of their hormones, part of their genes or whatever. I think Weta over here is my favorite. I love them all. It's not about a love thing, but she just kind of, I don't know. I think she's the one that kind of likes me the most, so it subsequently makes me like her the most as well. She's a little sweetie. I do love all of them so very much, though. They, as I was saying, they haven't been fainting at all whatsoever, and so I'm not sure exactly the reason why. I guess it's good that they're not getting scared of anything, but it was kind of funny seeing them faint, especially when you realize that they're not losing consciousness, or it's not bad for their health or anything like that. So it wouldn't hurt to see a few more of those funny looking moments, but it's all right. They're doing good. They're happy. They're enjoying themselves. Doing well. Hey, Pickles. Hey, Miss Pickles. Are you the next Shirley? You getting yourself stuck all the time in fences and water hoses and various things? Miss Pickles always getting herself stuck in things recently. You little silly girl. Hey, baby. Well, that was quick. Come on, hero. Come on, buddy. There's my good boy. My good boy. Y'all believe how quickly he came to me, guys? Hero. Uh-oh. You're going to scare the little kitty cats. Oh, actually, they're used to him now. Yeah, we do. This is part of our everyday routine, guys. I let Hero on the porch. I let him eat his, yeah, it's been raining, so we got a good amount of flies. I don't like that. There's something we probably need to spray to get the flies not come around here as much, but I let Hero eat his grain on the porch, and little kitty cats watch him. That's another thing too. Animals are weird, guys. Their preferences, that's what I'm going to call it. Their preferences are so strange. So as you know, it's been raining around here recently, and we're very blessed and thankful because look at our beautiful grass, how much is growing back. Y'all remember that just even as recently as a month ago, it was basically all barren and bone dry like that. The drought was so bad, but God has answered our prayers, and we are now getting rain. Grass is growing back. It's wonderful. And with the rain comes, standing water and things such as, your basketball goal, just, around those little puddles and whatnot. And the cats have good water on the porch, yet they go for this basketball goal water right here. I saw them doing it yesterday, and I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, why would that be? Is there something better about this water than the other water? And I felt like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the source where it comes from. The other water comes from a water hose usually. Sometimes it comes from like the bathtub water faucet or the sink or something like that. And this water comes straight from the sky, from Mother Nature itself. And so I almost wonder if the animals can taste the distinctiveness of like fully natural earth water versus water that came from, like a pipeline via, you know, bathtub faucet or sink faucet, water hose, something like that. I know the hose technically comes from the ground anyways, but I just wonder if there's a difference and if the animals can kind of subconsciously taste that, and even if it's a little bit dirty, that's still what they want to go for. I don't know. Something I've thought about. Y'all let me know what you think, because I've seen even Hero do stuff like that too before. You know, the littles, they have their perfectly good water over here. Let me go over there and show you how it's looking right now as we speak. Check this out right here. Beautiful, nice, clean water. I would drink it myself. As a matter of fact, let me demonstrate right now. I will drink it myself. Just drank it, just fine. Yet, I've seen Hero and I've seen other animals that have perfectly good water. I've seen them, it was when Rita was still in the stall a lot. There was this thing that I talked about this in one of my recent videos. There was this little container, and I guess they had used it to, oh, there goes the kitty. That's good. That's a little bit better of a choice than the basketball goal water. There you go, buddy. But no, what was I saying? That, yeah, there was this thing, this little tub, and it had a bunch of, I guess, dirty bath water, because I think that somebody had given Rita a bath, and it was just filthy and nasty. It had leaves in it and all kinds of stuff. And Hero totally ditched his nice clean water, and he went to the feed room, the usual area he gets into trouble in, and he's sitting there drinking nasty Rita bath water. And I'm thinking, like, why is that your preference, Hero? Why would he do that? There's no reason for that. They just make weird choices. They have weird preferences. I don't know. Have y'all noticed your animals doing weird, questionable things as well? I'm sure all of you have. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Hey, little kitty cat. I'm really proud of them, though. They're doing so good out here. It's been about a week since we let them outside, and this is their home. They show no signs or intentions of wanting to go back to where they came from. Like I've said many times in the past, they're still close enough to their previous home and to the mama cat to be able to walk there if they wanted to. But look at them, just purely natural, just exploring, just hanging out, and just enjoying life. I'm really happy to see them embracing this as their new home so well. Come here, little kitty. Hey, and they do this. Orange. Dude, look, you just jerk. Orange. Look. Dude, come on. He's stitching me. What are we doing here? Oh, that was cute what she did. So we're TTing, using the little potty right now. I love how they kind of dig holes. They kind of burrow a little bit with their paws. They dig a little tiny hole in the ground to pee in. And look at her, she's covering it up. Look at that, that's such a good outdoor kitty. Just what a natural. Now I know that it wasn't her that was not potty trained. If y'all remember when she was in the barn, or when all three of them were in the barn dominium, somebody was pooping on the bed. There was a lot more poop in the litter box, so I concluded that two of them must be litter trained if there's a lot of litter in the litter box, but one of them is pooping on the bed a little bit. So now we know firsthand that it's not little Daffodil. I think that's what we've named her now, is Daffodil. So you know that it was either, uh-oh. Oh boy, oh yes. What kind of cat is that, guys? That's a big old cat right there, right? Big old kitty cat. They call him the Ernie. That's his breed name. Yeah, so it was either, I don't think it was her either, because she's like really good. She seems really potty trained. So it's probably that orange cat. It's always the orange one getting into trouble. Pooping on the bed, getting stuck in 30-foot high trees. It's always him, the explorer of the group. It's always the boy, isn't it? Oh, there he goes. We're using the potty as well. Let's see if he covers it up. I'm sorry if this is disturbing for some of you. I just find it interesting watching their mannerisms. All right, we finished using the bathroom, but we didn't cover it up, and we don't seem like we intend to. Yeah, we walked off. We walked through literal pee puddle. So I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say that it was probably that orange one that was pooping on the bed. He doesn't seem to have the same training or etiquette with the bathroom that Daffodil did. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah, and we're using the potty somewhere else. Indecisiveness, too, is another indicator that they're not fully trained. He already used it once. Why are you going somewhere else now? Is this what you thought you guys would be seeing on this beautiful Saturday? Is cats using the potty outdoors? At least I saved it for the end of the video so that if somebody doesn't like to watch this, they can click off. Oh, gosh, we're all using the bathroom. What is this around here? Yeah, see, she covers it. The other little girl over there is covering it. So I'm like 95% sure after watching this that it was probably little orange that wasn't litter trained. Which is a shame because he's the sweetest one out of all three of them. They're all sweet, but he's the sweetest. So we'll have to keep an eye out for him. We'll keep an eye on him. Sorry, guys. I'm very sorry that that's how today's video had to end. I'm sure a lot of you will find it might be a little bit, some of you will find it funny. Some of you probably think that, you know, defecating and stuff is humorous. But for others of you that may not feel that way, at the very least, I hope it's a little bit informative and intriguing and kind of interesting watching the way that cats do that. Because that was interesting to me. And for those of you that are absolutely mortified or repulsed by it, I'm sorry. But at least it was at the very end of the video. But with all that said, guys, I hope y'all, I can't even talk. I hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all be sure to let me know in the comments what kind of stuff you guys want to see. I hope you all have an incredibly blessed day. And as I always say, your boy Ellie out.